Good morning, children. So here we are proceeding with the chapter. We are moving towards part 3 of the chapter Issue of Debentures. In this we are going to discuss basic introduction about redemption of debentures, because redemption of debentures is a separate chapter. So as you can read, debentures are the liabilities of the company. The repayment of debentures is called the redemption of debentures. The repayment of debentures is made by the company in accordance with the terms of issue as stated in the prospectus. So that means debentures are redeemable generally, and after a certain period of time, the debentures need to be repaid to the debenture holders in accordance with the terms and conditions which were very much mentioned in the prospectus. Following entries are passed for the redemption of debentures. There will be 2 entries passed at the time of redemption or for redemption. The first entry will be for the redemption due. The entry will be debentures account debited to debenture holder account. The logic behind is this: debentures account will be debited because now we are to close the debenture account, because we are basically paying it back. To debenture holders account, debenture holders we are crediting because they will be becoming our creditors, because now we need to pay them back. And the another entry will be for the repayment. First entry was for due and second entry is for repayment. Debenture holders account debited to bank account. Now, accounting for issue of debentures considering the terms and conditions of redemption. Debentures may be redeemed either at par or at premium according to the terms laid down at the time of issue. Whenever the debentures are issued, the terms regarding the redemption is also fixed at that particular time. The debentures may be redeemed or repaid at a par or at a premium. After taking into account the 3 possibilities of issue, that is at par, at discount, at premium, and 2 possibilities of redemption, that is at par and at premium. There are 3 possibilities of debenture issue, that is debentures may be issued at par, debentures may be issued at premium, debentures may be issued at discount. But debentures can be redeemed only in 2 cases. Either debentures can be redeemed at par or debentures can be redeemed at premium. A company can issue debentures from the following 6 types. So there are basically 6 possibilities or probabilities, we can say, for the redemption. So point number 1 or case number 1, when the debentures are issued at par and are redeemable also at par. For example, if the debenture of rupees 100 is issued at 100 and is redeemable also at 100, the following entries will be passed. The left hand side is showing you the entries for issue and the right hand side is showing you the entries for redemption. So when the debentures of 100 rupees, the face value 100, is issued at 100 and is redeemed at 100, that means these are issued at par and redeemed also at par only. So the entry at the time of issue, as we have already discussed, bank account debited 100 to debenture application and allotment account 100. Why we are crediting the combined debenture application and allotment account? Because in the absence of any information, we are assuming that the entire money will be called up at once. And when this money is received, this needs to be transferred. So at the time of transfer, we will pass the entry as we used to pass debenture application and allotment account debited to debenture account 100. So these are the entries at the time of issue. Now at the time of redemption, first of all we will pass the debenture redemption due entry, and the due entry will be debentures account debited 100 to debenture holders account 100, and then we will pay it. So the payment entry will be debentures holder account debited 100 rupees to bank account 100 rupees. So these are the entries regarding the issue and redemption when the debentures are issued at par and redeemed at par. Moving ahead, case number 2, when the debentures are issued at a discount and are redeemable at par. That means debentures are being issued at the discount at a lesser price, but these are redeemed at par. For example, if a debenture of 100 rupees is issued at 95 rupees and is redeemable at 100, the following entries will be passed. So at the time of issue, what will be the entry? Bank account debited 95 rupees because it is being issued at 95 rupees to debenture application and allotment account 95 rupees. Now at the time of transfer, it is very important. Debenture application and allotment account debited 95 rupees. Because these are issued at a discount of 5 rupees, so we will debit the discount on issue of debentures 5 rupees to debentures account 100. No change, just the same entry as we used to do. And at the time of redemption, because redemption is being done at par, there also when the debentures are redeemed at par, no changes. First entry, the due entry will be the same, debentures account debited 100 to debentures holder account 100. And then the payment entry, debenture holder account debited 100 to bank account 100. No changes will be there when the debentures are redeemed at par. As you can read the line which is given below the format, discount on issue is a capital loss. It should be written off from securities premium if it exists, or from general reserve if it exists, or from balance of statement of profit and loss in the year in which it occurs. That also we have already seen. Moving ahead with case number 3, when debentures are issued at a premium and are redeemable at par. For example, if a debenture of rupees 100 is issued at 105 and is redeemable at 100, the following entries will be passed. So as we know, debentures can be redeemed at par or the debentures can be redeemed at premium. So in both the cases there will be 3 possibilities. When the debentures are redeemed at par, it may be issued at par, premium or discount. When the debentures are redeemed at premium, it may be issued at par, premium or discount. So this is the third case, when the debentures are issued at a premium but are redeemed at par. So entry at the time of issue will be the same as we used to discuss. The receiving entry will be bank account debited 105, because now we are receiving 105 rupees because this is the issue price including premium, to debenture application and allotment account 105. And then the transfer entry, we will record the premium amount separately. Debenture application and allotment account debited 105, that is including premium, to debenture account with the face value 100, and to securities premium reserve account 5 rupees, that is the amount of premium. And these debentures are redeemed at par. So when the debentures are redeemed at par, there will be no difference in the entry. The entries will be the same. First of all, we will pass the due entry, debentures account debited 100 to debentures holder account 100. This is the due entry, and then we will pass the payment entry, that is debenture holders account debited 100 to bank account 100. You can read the line which is given below this. Securities premium reserve account has a credit balance and it is a capital profit to be shown on the equity and liability side under the head reserves and surplus. Then case number 4, when the debentures are issued at par and are redeemable at premium. That means in this case the company will be having a loss because it is issuing the debentures at par, but it has to repay or redeem the debentures at a premium, that means at a more price. Sometimes the debentures are issued with the specific condition that the company will pay a premium at the time of their redemption, although such premium will be paid at the time of actual redemption, but as it is known, it is a known loss, the company records such loss at the time of issue by debiting an account called loss on issue of debentures account. It is done in keeping with the convention of conservatism. So that means whenever the debentures are issued, it is very much known well in advance that when these debentures are going to be redeemed or repaid, whether it will be repaid at par or at premium. So if the debentures are redeemed at premium and if these debentures were issued at par, that means there will be a loss to the company while repaying the debentures, because it will be repaid at a higher cost, at a higher value. So no doubt this higher value will be paid at the time of repayment, but this loss, this extra payment is very well recorded at the time of issue itself, following the convention of conservatism, because it is a known loss. And this extra money which is to be paid at the time of premium is recorded, is transferred, is debited, because it is a loss, it is debited to the loss on issue of debentures account. So as you can see, for example, if a debenture of 100 is issued at 100 and is redeemable at 105, that means 5 rupees premium, 5 rupees extra, the following entries will be passed. So at the time of issue, the first entry will be for the application money received, because the debentures is being issued at par. So the receiving entry will be bank account debited 100 to debenture application and allotment account 100. But when this will be transferred, then in that case the entry will be debenture application and allotment account debited 100 with the amount it was credited actually. Loss on issue of debentures account debited will be debited with 5 rupees, that is the amount of extra premium over and above the issue price which is to be given at the time of redemption. It is a loss, therefore it will be debited to loss on issue of debentures account. To debentures account with the face value, and because we know that we have to pay it in advance, so first of all at one side we are recording the loss and at one side we have to keep it as a reserve to be paid at the time of redemption. So this extra 5 rupees of premium to be paid on redemption will also be credited to a separate account, that is to premium on redemption of debentures account 5 rupees. So this is the entry which will be passed at the time of issue. Now at the time of redemption, the first entry, due entry, will be a little bit changed here because it is to be paid at a premium. So the entry will be debentures account debited with the face value 100. Then the premium on redemption of debentures account which was opened, which was credited at the time of issue so as to utilize its money at the time of redemption. Now it will be debited because so as to utilize this excess money. So premium on redemption of debentures account will be debited with the amount of premium to be paid 5 rupees to debenture holders account 105, which is actually to be paid. So this will be the due entry. Now the payment entry will be debenture holders account debited 105 to bank account 105. The payment entry will be the same, only the amount will be changed. Now as you can see, as you can read, loss on issue of debentures account is a loss on account of promise to pay debentures at a premium at the time of their redemption. This is a capital loss and is written off in the same year, just like discount on debentures. The entry for writing off will be statement of profit and loss debited to loss on issue of debentures account. So here it is saying that this loss on issue of debentures on account of redeeming the debentures at a premium is also a capital loss. It also needs to be written off just like other losses and other expenses from again either the securities premium reserve or general reserve or statement of PL. But again writing off is not there in your syllabus, so we are not discussing much in detail. Then further you can read premium on redemption of debentures account shows a credit balance. It is a liability on the part of the company because we are crediting this amount because so as to utilize it at the time of redemption. And it appears under the head non-current liabilities under subhead long-term borrowings on the equity and liability side of the balance sheet each year until the debentures are repaid. At the time of redemption of debenture, this account is debited and closed off. So that means premium on redemption of debenture balance, the credit balance in premium on redemption of debentures is shown under the heading non-current liabilities under the subhead long-term borrowings on the equity and liability side. So this is the case when the debentures are issued at par and are redeemable at a premium. Now the next case, case number 5, when debentures are issued at a discount and are redeemable at a premium. That means here the company is basically having two types of losses. One loss is at the time of issue because the debentures are issued at a discount, and another loss is at the time of redemption because the debentures are redeemed at premium. First of all, it is getting lesser amount at the time of issue itself and it has to pay more at the time of redemption. So it is two-folded loss for the company. For example, if a debenture of 100 is issued at 98 and is redeemable at 105, the following entries will be passed. So the face value is 100, the issue price is 98 and the redemption price is 105. That means 5 rupees is the premium, 2 rupees is the discount as compared to the face value. So at the time of issue of debentures, the entry for the application money received will be bank account debited to debenture application and allotment account with 98 rupees, that is the issue price. Then when this will be transferred, debenture application and allotment account will be debited with the issue price, that is 98 rupees. Then loss on issue of debentures account will be debited with 7 rupees. Very important. Two-folded loss. Both the losses will be debited. That is 2 rupees of loss on account of discount on issue and 5 rupees of loss on account of redemption at a premium. So 5 plus 2, that is total amount of 7 rupees of loss will be debited to a separate account as loss on issue of debentures account. Here we will not write discount on issue we will write loss on issue because it is comprising both the losses of the loss of discount as well as the loss on account of redemption at premium. 2 debentures account with the face value 100 and 2 premium on redemption of debentures account separately with the amount of premium which is to be paid at the time of redemption, that is 5 rupees. And this premium on redemption of debentures, as we have discussed earlier, will be shown under the heading non-current liabilities under the subhead long-term borrowings on the equity and liabilities side of the balance sheet. Then at the time of redemption, here again, since the redemption is done at premium, again the entry will be the same which we have discussed in the previous case. Debentures account debited with the face value 100 and the premium on redemption of debentures account which was opened and credited at the time of issue will now be debited and closed so as to utilize its money. Premium on redemption of debentures account will be debited with the amount of premium to debenture holders account with the amount of redemption price, that is 105. This is the due entry. Now we will pass the payment entry, that is debenture holders account debited 105 to bank account 105 because redemption is done at a premium. As you can read, both the amount of discount allowed of rupees 2 and premium on redemption of rupees 5 are capital losses and therefore they are grouped together and debited to loss on issue as rupees 7. Moving ahead to the last case of redemption, when debentures are issued at premium and are redeemable at premium. For example, if a debenture of 100 is issued at 106 rupees and is redeemable at 110, the following entries will be passed. That means the face value is 100, the issue price is 106, 6 rupees is the premium on issue and is redeemable at 110. That means 10 rupees is the premium on redemption. The following entries will be passed. So the first entry will be for the receiving, that is bank account will be debited with 106, that is the issue price, to debenture application and allotment account 106. Then the transfer entry, debenture application and allotment account debited with this amount it was credited, that is the issue price 106. Loss on issue of debentures account, this is the loss on account of redemption at a premium, that is 10 rupees. So 10 rupees will be debited to loss on issue of debentures account, to debentures account with the face value 100, to securities premium reserve account with the amount of premium on issue, that is 6 rupees, and to premium on redemption of debentures account, this is the amount of premium to be redeemed, to be paid at the time of redemption. Then entries at the time of redemption will be debentures account debited with the face value 100. Then premium on redemption of debentures account will be debited which was credited at the time of issue so as to utilize its money, that is 10 rupees, to debenture holders account 110. And then this will be paid, debenture holders account debited 110 to bank account 110. As you can read, on the equity and liability side, securities premium reserve will be shown under the head reserves and surplus, and premium on redemption will be shown under the head non-current liabilities under the subhead long-term borrowings that we already know. Now note, debentures cannot be redeemed at discount, although a company may redeem its debentures by purchasing them in the open market at a discount. So debentures cannot be redeemed at discount. So these were the entries related to redemption when the debentures are redeemed at different cases. Now we are moving ahead with the interest on debentures. Interest on debentures is usually paid half yearly. Half yearly, that means 6 monthly. Interest on debentures is a charge against profit of the company. You have come across this word charge against profit when we were doing the partnership. That means irrespective of the profit, these interest needs to be paid, whether there is a profit or not. It has to be paid regularly even if the company suffers a loss or does not earn profit. The rate of interest payable on debentures is prefixed on debentures, that we know that the percentage sign or percentage, the rate of interest is prefixed in case of debentures. For example, if the rate of interest is 9% per annum, the name given to debentures will be 9% debentures, and so on. As per Income Tax Act, a company is required to deduct income tax at the prescribed rate from the gross amount of debenture interest before any amount is paid to the debenture holders. That means according to the Income Tax Act, the income tax on the interest is basically deducted before it is being paid to the debenture holders. The tax thus deducted is to be deposited in the government account on behalf of the debenture holders. This is basically known as tax deducted at source, TDS. While preparing the final accounts for an accounting period, provision must be made for any accrued interest on the very date of preparing the balance sheet. It is saying that while preparing the final accounts for an accounting period, a provision must be made for any accrued or outstanding interest on the very date of preparing the balance sheet. Accrued interest or outstanding interest may be of two types. Number one, interest accrued and due. That means the time for payment of interest has come and interest has not been paid. If a company pays interest on debentures half yearly, that is on 30th June and 31st December, while preparing the balance sheet on 31st March 2018, if the interest for the period ending 31st December 2017 remains unpaid, it will be called interest accrued and due. That means the time has fallen due for payment of interest and interest has not been paid as yet. So this is interest accrued and due. Second case may be interest accrued but not due. That means outstanding interest is outstanding, it has not been paid, but the actual time has not fallen. If a company pays interest on debentures half yearly, that is on 30th June and 31st December, while preparing the balance sheet on 31st March 2018, the interest for the period from 1st January 2018 to 31st March 2018 will be called interest accrued but not due, because the next due period will be on 30th June. So both the types of accrued interest as discussed above will be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Whether accrued interest is accrued and due, whether interest is accrued but not due. Both the types of interest will be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Following entries are passed for interest on debentures. So very important, these entries are passed for interest on debentures. Number one, when interest is due and tax is deducted as source, that is TDS. In that case, the entry will be interest on debentures account. Basically, this is the due entry. When the interest is due and TDS, that is tax, is deducted at source. So the entry will be interest on debentures account will be debited with the gross amount of interest to debenture holders account, that how much is to be net paid to the debenture holders, to TDS payable account, that is how much to be paid to the government, to TDS payable account. It is a liability towards the government, therefore it is credited. Debenture holders is also credited because interest is to be paid to them, therefore they are being credited. Interest on debenture is an expense for the business, therefore it is debited. The second entry is when interest is actually paid to the debenture holders. In that case, the entry will be debentures holder account will be debited because now they are being paid, so their account will be closed, to bank account because money is going out from the bank balance. So this is the entry for payment of interest. The third entry will be on payment of tax deducted at source, that the TDS which we had deducted at the time of due entry, now this will be paid in the government account. So the entry will be TDS payable account will be debited because the TDS payable account which we had opened, which we had credited at the time of due entry, now since we are depositing it, therefore we are required to close it, so we will debit TDS payable account to bank account because ultimately again the money is going out. Then the fourth point, on transfer of debenture interest to statement of profit and loss at the end of the year, because again to write off, the entry will be statement of profit and loss will be debited because it is written off from here, to interest on debentures account because it needs to be credited. So these are the entries which are passed at the time of recording the interest on debentures and the tax deducted at source. So I hope all the topics discussed in this part of video is clear to you children. This is the assignment based on the topics which we have discussed in this video. You have to answer the following questions in your register. Question number 1, give the journal entries for redemption of debentures. Here you just have to give the entries for redemption. When the debentures are issued at par and redeemable at par. So the entry for redemption will be, for first of all, the due entry will be debenture account debited to debenture holder account with the face value, and then the next entry will be for the payment, debenture holders account debited to bank account. Second point, when debentures are issued at a discount and redeemable at par. Again, the same entry will be there. Debentures account debited with the face value to debenture holders account, and the payment entry will be debenture holders account debited with the face value to bank account. Then the third point, when debentures are issued at premium and redeemable at par. Again, the entry will be the same. The due entry will be debentures account debited with the face value to debenture holders account, and then the payment entry will be debenture holders account debited to bank account with the face value. Then the fourth point, when the debentures are issued at par and redeemable at premium, the due entry for redemption will be debentures account debited with the face value, premium on redemption of debentures account debited with the premium value, to debenture holders account with the redemption value. Then the payment entry will be debenture holders account debited to bank account with the redemption value. Then the next one is when debentures are issued at a discount and redeemable at a premium. Again, the due entry will be debentures account debited with the face value, premium on redemption of debentures account debited with the premium value, to debentures holders account with the redemption value. And then we will pass the payment entry debenture holders account debited to bank account with the redemption value. Then sixth point, when debentures are issued at premium and redeemable at premium. Again, the same entry will be passed. First of all, the due entry debentures account will be debited with the face value, premium on redemption of debentures account debited with the premium value, to debentures holders account with the redemption value, total value. Then the payment entry debenture holders account debited to bank account with the redemption value. Then second question, give the journal entries for interest on debentures. For this, you can pass these entries for interest due and tax deducted as source, first entry. Second entry for interest being paid to the debenture holders. The third entry for payment of tax deducted at source. And the fourth entry for transfer of debenture interest to statement of profit and loss. So you have to answer these questions in your register, children. I hope the topics discussed in this video is clear to you. Go through the video once again. In the upcoming video, we are going to discuss few practical questions on this part, and then we are going to wind up this chapter. Revise all the parts of this chapter, children. Thank you, and practice as many questions as you can. Thank you, children. Take care.